All right, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Also, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us His truth, and peace and love to the Lord's hopeful elect. Back at it, just with a quick epistle about this truth and the teaching of it. Really is for men. All right, the sons of Yahweh. All right. And there's a lot of confusion going on nowadays, if that is in fact true, man. And a lot of that shit just has to do with false teachers arising and confusing our people, man. Especially people here in Babylon the Great, man. We know that this society, the culture here, places the woman above a man. I look at a lot of these military commercials, man. That's coming out, and we do know the big World War III is on the way. So of course there's a lot of propaganda starting to arise, but you just see on these internet commercials, woman, 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 and a lot of time it's a lot of so-called black women or so-called Hispanic women that they like to put in the forefront, man. That's not a good look. That's not a good sign, and especially in relation to reality, that females don't really be boots on the ground kicking indoors, kicking ass like that. I mean, can they help? Sure. But I mean, throughout the history of war, there's never been, to the best of our knowledge, a woman or a group of women that got together and really just fought battle after battle like the men do, man. All right, but here in Babylon the Great, since they're on their way down, you can tell that they got a crash out spirit upon them, man. They don't have to be doing that stuff, but it shows you how weak that they are, that they would put something so serious, put a woman as the face of the military, something so serious, something that they really need, being that they receive that blessing, which is the sword, man. It's very, very important to them, or it should be. And it's hard to believe that they're going out that bad by letting these women, just do whatever the hell they want to do, man. But this is Proverbs 8 and verse 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. If you can receive it, if you have the ears to receive, you're going to be able to receive this. But if not, it is what it is. A lot of women, especially that have a fucking masculine spirit, whatever that may be, it don't have to be walking around, talking like a man. It could just be, having a position that is supposed to be for a man, and that promotes even more masculinity, which is going to promote even more confusion amongst our people. So a person that's unlearned, that's not really coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, they'll hear this and kind of disannul it, if whatever that word is. All right, and then try to change the doctrine to fit their own beliefs, man. All right, that's why the Lord said this is for men. All right, why isn't it for children? Why isn't it for children? Come on, man. You have a mind of a child. When I was a child, I think like a child, because children think like children. Are there some more affluent, intelligent, wiser children than others? Sure. All right. And then we could talk about women. I mean, they are the weaker vessel. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah through this Bible. All right, concerning the order between the man and the woman. The man is above the woman. Doesn't make women stupid. All right, now if you're not coming in your correct light of being a feminine woman, helping out, then I mean, it's going to cost you at the end of the day. And I will argue that's not a very intelligent way to be conducting your life. If you are a female trying to act like a man, all right, if you are a smart, intelligent, wise woman, all right, you would know what time it is, and you would know how to dodge these fiery darts that is this coming great tribulation, by getting in order, being submissive, being feminine, praying your way through it, if you know what I mean. All these things, man, because we're still in our captivity. So Eve, your life ain't gonna be perfect. Sure, they give you images all day of perfection, man. But we understand that this is not our rest, and we gotta go through a lot of bad things in order to get to that point where we can live like we desire to live, a city, all right, quote unquote, of our own people, peace. You don't have to worry about another man committing adultery with your wives, man. You don't have to worry about your children being abducted, or just being absolutely ravished by doctrines of the devils, man, here upon this earth. And that's what we look forward to, that kingdom. But it starts with the men, all right. of Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashai doing what they're supposed to do, teaching our people. And guess what? They have. I mean, through the will and power of Yahweh Shai, this word definitely has gone out because everyone has access to the internet damn near. You know who the Lord wanted, to have access to it. And the prophets are out there. It's just a lot of people use the internet for vanity, man. All right. Or yeah, mostly just vanity, sports. You know how the woman is, getting money by being a vain creature. The youth use it just for just folly and mirth, man. And it's just a small group of people who actually are being receptive to the warning going out. Sure, there are a lot of false prophets out there in groups and people who listen to these groups, but I mean, they're not teaching the truth, so they're not really getting their people prepared. A lot of individuals just like to view those videos for entertainment. It's entertaining to them, to watch all the back and forth and the debate type of spirit that goes on. The true men of Yahweh Shemashah not really dealing with that. The true men of Yahweh Bahashemashah have the spirit of wanting to get the hell out of here, wanting to go home, not wanting to be a pretender like the rest of these people. So this is a good measuring stick, if you will, who's actually a man of Yahweh Shema Shah and who isn't, man. But first and foremost, it's going to start with, a particular man. And again, the Lord said, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. All right. And then we go Proverbs 1 and 8. My son, hear the instruction of thy father and forsake not the law of thy mother. Then we go down to verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Verse 15. My son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path, man. Then we go to Proverbs 2 and 1. Guess what it says? My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee. All right. Then we go to Proverbs 3 and verse 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. In verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord Yahweh, neither be weary of his correction. Verse 21, man. All right. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So there it is again. So many precepts. The Bible is reiterating, itself, which is to say the Lord is reiterating itself concerning who this truth is for, who this teaching, is for. All right, the men, his sons. All right, and then they in their respective orders, teach as the Spirit leads them to, and then there's believers who will hearken on to those teachings, man. And that's what you're experiencing, Lord willing, with the men of Great Millstone and the ones that follow the doctrine that the Lord has given those brothers, man. All right, go to the book of this is Ecclesiastes 1 and 13. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things. And that's the spirit that we're coming in. We're trying to, be wise in all things. We want to know how to serve our power, all right, correctly. We want to know how to take care of our household, how to take care of ourselves, man. All right. How to navigate in this captivity. All right. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sort of travail hath God given who to the sons of man to be exercised there with it, man. All right, this is a sore travail. The scriptures always speak about wisdom driving a wise man mad. It's because we know better. We know that this isn't right. We know that the way that we're quote unquote living ain't it. All right, we see that a wicked nation that the Lord hates, all right, is in rulership. And if you're not wise, all right, you're not gonna receive that. You're not gonna know that there's an actual wicked nation that the Lord said that he hates, all right, has indignation with, all right, for forever. You wouldn't understand it because this may not be for you, especially if you're not a telltale sign. You're not a man. This isn't for you. Doesn't mean that you can't teach, law, statutes, and commandments, to your sisters or your household. It just means in the capacity in which we do it, going out on the highways and byways, under the name banner Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Same thing with these internet epistles, man, under the name Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai are we able to do these things, man. Everyone isn't able. And if you truly are one of his servants, the Lord's servants, you're going to be able to navigate through all that bullshit, man. You're going to be able to see no matter the depth of confusion that is manifesting in these last days, because there's a lot of false prophets that have popped on up, and there's just a lot of scoffing, mocking, just corny spirit. And who's doing that a lot, man? Weak men, all right? Weak, effeminate men, all right? Women and children, they're the ones bucking up against, y'all by Shema Shai. The real men, they hear certain things as it relates to the scriptures, and they'll buck up against it, man. You got guys still confused like a little kid about the grape doctrine. Come on, man. If you better be careful on who you're bearing false witness against, man. All right, because the Lord is not with that, and he will bring swift judgment upon you and your household for those false accusations, man, concerning the men out there doing the work. All right, but there's so many lies that we've inherited, but hey, the true men of Yahweh Shema Shai have received, a blessing of sight, and the blessing to hear. So we're able to navigate, all these lies and in this confusion, man. And a woman and a child can't really do it like that, man. Now they can follow under a man, and that's the way the Lord set it up. And guess what? They'll be blessed right along with that brother if they, fall into the correct order. But here we live in a society where things are just flipped upside down, man. All right, and that's why we have that sore travail, because we understand, hey, that this is not it, that this is not our rest. And in order for you to come to that realization, you have to have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It doesn't have to be an extreme amount, but you have to be, wise and knowledgeable. You have to know that, hey, we're the biblical Israelites, that we have an enemy, that there's going to be a great tribulation, all these things, studying to show yourself approved, and you begin to learn these things and actually receive it and move, accordingly. Again, mostly really for the men of the nation of Israel, and only a small a remnant of men. All these basketball players, 6'8", 7 foot, got all the money, talent, stature, football players, entertainers, all these guys, CEO types of our nation, that have received benefits and they have not known y'all by Shem Shah. The Lord say to you clowns, hey, you have received your reward, man. All right, you clowns got y'all reward. You're big as shit. Everybody, gawks over you, are in awe over you. You have talent, you have money. All right, and you're not coming in the fear of your how about Shema Shah, so you obviously are happy here. All right, you obviously want to be here, and that's a good sign, man, to someone that's not sincere and really chosen. If the Lord is letting them just prosper upon prosperity, man. All right. And that's why the Lord said he chastened those who he loves, man. All right. So if you're not receiving everything that you want right away, that's probably actually a good thing. If you are serving Yahweh Shema Shah to the best of your ability, one day, here pretty soon, Lord willing, we're gonna get our heart's desires. But for the rest of these clowns that we supposed to be in captivity with, I'm talking about our brothers and sisters that want to remain in that wickedness, man. They've got their fucking reward, man. They're not coming in to fear the Lord. They don't want to be saved. A lot of them think that they're too big and bad to need a savior, to need a rescue mission. All right. We're speaking the exact opposite. We're weak. We're tired. We don't want to be here no more. Let Yahweh Shai get his glory and do what he do best. Deliver us from this captivity. Baba Kushai, Malak Yahweh Shai. All right. Well, the rest of our people are going to remain in that lackadaisical, effeminate, weak, childlike spirit, man. You hear the multiple wives, truth, and we're explaining, hey, things aren't expedient for us to be doing that right now. We're not teaching. They'll lie on us. We're not teaching, hey man, go out here and try to get multiple wives. No, we are saying, however, it is lawful. And guess what? When it's all said and done, first and foremost, during this great tribulation, Isaiah 4:1 gonna take place, and everyone's gonna fall in line, man. Those women are gonna fall in line. Same women that are bucking up against the whole men dealing with multiple women, having multiple wives, a man of the nation of Israel. They hear that, they buck up against it, man. But if you were wise, you would know that that's actually coming and that it's actually lawful, and you would know how we lost our power. Of course, a woman don't want to submit to us now. And the thing about it, Eve definitely has taken things too far, but you really can't blame our sister for acting an ass on us, because the Lord is the one that took away our power over Eve, took away our dominion, and that's in Jeremiah. So I mean, we're not in our strength and our perfection for them to fear us, and we're not rich for them to, be submissive to us and things like that. We're not perfect men. So all these jokes that Eve like to say about us, again, she takes shit too far, and we're definitely not going for the whole mocking the prophet spirit, but just saying, our imperfections, man. Oh, you're short. I mean, come on, the Lord took away, a lot of brother stature, especially from the northern kingdom, so Eve can say some shit like that. Oh, you guys are short, and or you're ugly, you're fat, you too skinny. I mean, come on, we're not in our perfection. This is a part of our punishment from Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, because we disobeyed him. So, people are women, other nations, right? Children, everybody else other than us are able to point out our imperfections. Why? Because we're not in our rest. That's what we deserve. Lord willing, we're fighting and trying to serve the Lord to the best of our ability, so that He will be pleased enough with us to send His Son to come deliver that small remnant, man. But we've already jacked this up, man. So that's why the woman can be puffed up. She ain't fine and perfect like she portray anyway, and we're gonna see that in Jacob's trouble, and that'll be a beautiful day, beautiful season, when the Lord removes all their little jewelry and makeup and shit, and we see what's really going on, remove that internet, bring that blackout and things like that, and then we really get to see the nature of a woman in that day. But this is Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thy backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. And what was that? A woman shall compass a man. There it is. Things are upside down, topsy turvy. So that's why, and it's not just like financially, it's just all aspects of living this whole woman being above a man. They just have a spirit, like they just don't understand how dangerous the earth is. It's because they're living in that mirthful folly spirit. They don't realize that danger, death, and I'm talking about on a whole nother level, is right around the corner. They don't really fear death like that, man. As long as they got their little gun in their purse and they got an ADT system and a dog, hell, you can't tell a woman that. As long as she got security, like a way to get money, whether she going the whore route or whether she going to just independent working woman route, as long as they can get their money and look pretty, man, Eve don't give a damn about nothing. That's why the Lord is going to take it away. He's going to take away the security of the internet, all right, especially for the women that like to get money off social media or, OnlyFans type of shit, all right, that use the internet, to to earn wages. The Lord's going to take that shit away in a blink of an eye. It won't be a blink of an eye to you sisters out there that are ready for it and watching the thief, all right, before everyone that didn't hearken to Yahweh Bashim Shah via the prophets, they're not going to be expecting a thief to come take their internet or to cut off their lights or to take away their jewelry and their perfume and their fake ass hair and things like that. You know what I mean? That means they're not wise. All right, here it is, clear as day, and you're gonna be in this clear as day. All right, everybody on this earth is gonna be in this tribulation, man. How could you not see it coming? The reason why you couldn't see it coming is because you're not a man of Yahweh Shema Hawashah. All right, you're either a child, a woman, or you're coming in an effeminate spirit that want to change the words of the Bible because you don't like the way it sounds because you was raised by your grandmama or your grandmama, your great granny, taught your family about the Lord through their captivity, which they inherited lies. So you still calling upon an idol and want to defend that. So you still saying that, this race Esau, Edom, this nation, all right, isn't going into captivity. That there's not going to be a Jacob's trouble, all these things. That's what a weak man does, man. All right, real men, those cowboys and shit, or, from those cowboy movies and shows, man. They stand on their business, man. All right, and that's what real men do. Unlike the woman, the child, and the effeminate man. So that's the difference between the men of the Lord and everybody else, man. All right, we go to the book of Isaiah. 3 and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. There it is again. The woman compassing the man, along with the children. Our children are oppressors, man. Look at how we got to this point. We, as men, we was listening to the women got weak because of her beauty, and we started to, take on the doctrines that she picked up on the earth. Now we around here worshiping idols, calling upon idols, hanging up idols in our dwelling places and such. Look at so-called Easter, man. Why do they put eggs out in the name of what? The women and children. Most of the time, men ain't got shit to do with nothing going on up here other than just supporting it as a weak ass nigga, you know. But it's usually the women and the children deal with those Easter eggs, man. The women do it in the name of those children, just like so-called Christmas. Parents, generation through generation, year through year, parents fucking go into damn near debt trying to provide for those oppressors, which are those children, because that's the way society, looks at you. Oh, you're less than a parent if you don't do and go all out on so-called Christmas, which is, something we're not supposed to be observing and acknowledging in the first place. Now we're crashing out. Look at so-called Valentine's Day, and all these are pagan ass, wicked ass holidays. All right, that's that woman. All right, look at Father's Day, how weak that shit is compared to Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and everything else. That one day where they're supposed to, worship, all right, the true creature who's supposed to be worshipped, which is the man. You women and children, they don't do shit like, compared to Mother's Day. Father's Day be whack as hell, man. And again, we're not supposed to be observing none of these things, but it just shows you how that, the women and the children are oppressing and ruling over us collectively, along with Esau Edom. So we're just really up against it. But that's why it's important to come back to the Lord for you men. I mean, it's all that really cares that we really care about anyway, man. Because truth be told, we believe in what we're saying. We believe the great tribulation is right around the corner. So everybody gonna catch it anyway. We don't give a damn about a football playing ass, big swole ass nigga. He gonna be likened unto a female in that day. He gonna be likened unto a child in that day, or effeminate nigga in that day. So we're not worried about for anybody really prospering right now. This is for the Lord's hopeful elect, our brothers. We pray for laborers to this harvest, that's about to come. So we're praying that brothers are putting their hands to the plow so they can be a part of this. Hey, if the Lord chastening to you, hey, rest with us. If the Lord ain't gave you, your heart's desire just yet, then rest with us. If you believe in Yahweh Bashem Shah, the God of the Bible, his son, rest with us. All right. You don't want to buck up against what the Lord say, rest with us. All right. You can endure chastisement and endure the harshness of the Bible, the great tribulation that the Lord is also going to bring bad things upon you as well as good, and really being able to receive that. Rest with us, my brother. All right, because everyone is finna be against us here pretty soon, that the Lord, puts that spirit upon, and we believe it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be family members, households, daughters, brothers, sisters, mothers, cousins, friends, so-called people that you knew, gonna turn their back on us during this time of persecution, man, against the true believers of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, and we're all that we're really gonna have our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah and the brethren, man. All right, eventually Eve gonna get it together, but she's not really in that spirit right now. Some of them are, but come on, man, it ain't fully manifested just yet, because Eve's still in the world, man. Yeah, some females hearken unto the prophet. Some females out there helping, giving that bottle of water or making garments or cooking, for brothers and things like that. Hey, but that their lot hasn't fully manifested just yet, man. So it'll come out for the real sisters that's supposed to make it. The Lord gonna put a spirit upon them. The Lord is gonna protect them from that mark of the beast. And but everybody else, man, you just wait for it. They're all gonna turn their back on the man. Any believer, period. Even if you're a so-called Christian, man, they're gonna come for those guys as well, man. All right, anything written in the Bible that you believe in that's contrary to what they want to do in this new world order, you're gonna be deemed, a terrorist, man. Or whatever, someone that they want to put in jail and take their life away. So we just have to prepare for that. And again, who's going to be more prepared for that than a man that they're really seen it coming? All right, a man that's seen it coming and prepared itself. Everyone else is playing. Them children don't believe in shit. They just now getting back on the earth. You think they concerned with death? All right. And then a woman, she's, hey, come on, man. All she care about is enjoying the earth and taking trips all over the damn earth, shopping and fixing up her house. Is that a wrong thing? Not necessarily. It's just it's a time and place for that. And what we're trying to teach y'all is that now is not the time to be overly indulging in man. We gotta come out of it. And again, shit, the only people that can really do that is starting with the men of y'all Bashem and Hawashai, man. I mean, do you see women out on the highways and byways week in, week out, or do you see particular groups of men? I don't really see women that they'll come to the camps or wherever, whether they be false prophet camps or whether they be the real deal. You'll see women popping out like that. I ain't never seen no female camp. They don't have it in them, man. You got to have a warrior spirit to continue to do that, starting with the elders and apostles, that the Lord let us see. All right. They're not out there on the highways and byways, man. They're not that shit. They'll get on this internet though and just say whatever they feel, but we'll say what we feel through the spirit, no doubt, but we always back it up with the Bible. We always bring out precepts, scriptures to back up what we're saying. Oh, the Lord hates a particular nation. Oh, there it is right there in the Bible. Oh yeah, 7 women are going to take hold of one man in that day. Oh, we're telling you what quote unquote that day is. All right, we're teaching you guys about how parabolic the Bible is, and you can't just read it like a novel and then that is coded, but we're teaching you guys these things through the spirit. But if you're not one of the Lord's, you're not going to be able to receive it. You're just going to continue in that weak ass spirit, and you other nations are weak as hell compared to the Israelites at this point. And so of course y'all not going to agree with the Israelites being in rulership, and y'all have to be under submission unto them. So they they'll change the Bible to these other heathen nations, man. That's why this is only for the men of Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shai, man. And it's going to manifest, and we're getting ready to see the full manifestation of who those men are. Lord willing, we're those men. And all we got to do is just continue, man. Just continue, pray, use our tool bags, man. You brothers know. You brothers got tool bags that by this point, Lord willing, man, you know what you got to do. Fast, pray, be amongst the brotherhood, do the work, and endure that chastisement. And Lord willing, man, the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. We're men. We're subject to go off if the Spirit's not upon us, but the Lord is not. So if he say he got us, then he got us, and we got to really believe that. But in order for it to manifest, we got to do what we got to do, because why? Faith without works is dead. So there's things in relation to our faith that we have to do. There's action behind that faith. All right. We can't just say we believe and not do nothing, and never observe a holy day. All right. Never be there during the Pesach, the Passover. All right. Never keep a weekly Sabbath, things like that. All right. For the men that can receive what brothers are saying. All right. And you're bringing out precepts, and you understand, and you kind of bring out a precept. Well, maybe you should, hey, pray and try to get your ass out on the highways and byways, man. All right. And things like that. Start teaching, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Hawashai, because it's going to be worth it. And once we get down to that final hour, man, we want to make sure that we've done everything that we can do to receive those glorious crowns, that glorious salvation, man, and to finally, the Lord is going to put us, above the rest of these idiots, everyone that wasn't with this brotherhood, man. That's why it's so important to, be brotherly and be a part of the brotherhood. And we don't remember, each other, man. Through the spirit, we're starting to, but come on, we don't remember, being with Yahweh Shah, creating, the things that we see, man. All right. But it's manifesting in such a way that I believe that the true man, and whoever, like, how the Lord broke us down into camps and things, the brothers that you're in camp with, or that you go to the camp that are in your region, you probably was with those brothers before. And that's a beautiful thing. The Lord done brought us back together and scattered us, but then brought us back in our little fighting teams and things like that. And Lord willing, we be delivered together, because we're going to rule, Lord willing, for all eternity under Yahweh Shema Hawashai in this kingdom, in our respective orders for all eternity, man. So it's very, very important, to be a part of this thing to the best of your ability, because it's going to be worth it. Pay now or pay later. Nobody want to pay up now. They want to remain in that mirthful, folly spirit. But we got to endure the chastisement so that we will be prepared. And in that day, soon as we're in Jacob's trouble, it'll be worth it, because Eve will be back. Eve will be on her knees, crying out like a like a real woman's supposed to be in the end of the world. All right, this is the end of the world. So Eve, why would you be in a play, makeup on all day, ass out spirit, man? You need to be in the spirit of worrying about your well being and your household well being. But that's what Babylon the Great produces, man. Vanity and the whole play ass spirit, which belongs to the woman, the child, the effeminate man. All right, and we don't want to be in that spirit. We want to show ourselves men, turn gods, man. The Lord told us that, taught us that we are gods. We just haven't fully manifested that. So we'll be together, Lord willing, the brothers, and everyone that was against us will remember. We'll be better than you. We'll look better than you. We'll have more better things. All right, we'll be more powerful. We're finer. We're all these things, man. And whatever you can possibly imagine. Our wives look better than y'all wives. I'm talking about the Lord's hopeful elect men and their families, versus the 2/3 of the nation of Israel that didn't hearken but have to be reborn in the kingdom. All right, we're gonna tower over you guys every time. Like if that be our will, every time you see one of us, it'll be you dropping down and giving praises to Yahweh Shem Shah, and in that day his elect as well, because we would have been and earned that right to get worshiped by the rest of our people. Right now is not the time. You see a lot of these false prophets jumping the gun out there on the highways and byways, and got people bowing down to them, kissing their feet and things like that. Come on, man, these are shenanigans, these are games. This is a show for some of you people. For us, this is something that we take very seriously. We actually live that and live this through the spirit, and the Lord is revealing these false prophets, man, on a daily basis. And if you couldn't see it, you should be able to see it now. And as things start to intensify, your boy, the leader here in Babylon the Great, he's attacking fucking countries as usual. So those are the rumors of wars popping off right now, and eventually, Lord willing, it's gonna get out of hand, and it's gonna turn into World War III, man. And we gotta make sure that we're able to stand like men. So we pray for the ability to lead. That's what brothers should be praying for as well. Myself first and foremost, the ability to lead other brothers as well as our households, and just to have dominion over our flesh, man, because we're gonna need it. During this tribulation, it's going to be things that we've never seen before, a certain amount of death that we've never not accustomed to, and we got to make sure that we're able to navigate, because everyone else is going to be like children, women, and effeminate men. All right, the strong shack. All right, and I mean he's getting older, so he ain't even in his full strength yet. But niggas like that, man, they're gonna be liking unto little bitches in that day, man. And we don't want to be like that, man. Doesn't matter how big you are, small you are. If you're a true brother, hey, the Lord gonna put a spirit upon you, and whoever is around you at the time is gonna see that manifest in you, man. And you're gonna be like, you would think that you was like 10 foot tall, the way people looking at you, because they see the power, they see the protection that's upon you and your household, man. So we just have to remember these things as we get closer and closer to Jacob's trouble. Show ourselves as men, because this is for men, and we're gonna be the only ones able to stand in that day, man, Lord willing. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Till next time, shalom.